The year is 1026 AD. An Afghan warlord named Mahmud of Ghazni has just marched a 30,000-strong army across 1,000 miles of brutal desert. His target is the wealthy coast of Gujarat, and right now his men are battering down the heavy gates of the Somnath Temple. After 3 days of fierce fighting, Ghazni finally steps into the Garbhagriha, the inner sanctum. He is expecting to find mountains of gold and jewels to cart back to his empire. Instead, what he sees stops him dead in his tracks. In the center of the dim stone chamber, a massive Shivling is floating completely suspended in midair. There are no ropes holding it from the ceiling. There are no invisible strings. There is no pedestal underneath it. Outside in the temple courtyard stands another anomaly. The Baan Stambh, or arrow pillar, features an inscription stating that an unobstructed line of sight runs from that exact spot straight across the ocean to the southern pole, a geographical claim that exceeded the known technological limits of the 11th century. While the invading army viewed these sites as dark magic or terrifying miracles, modern science reveals a masterpiece of ancient Indian engineering, one that requires reverse engineering to truly understand. The floating linga relied on a sophisticated mastery of metallurgy and magnetism. This cross-section shows the architectural blueprint. The dome and floor used lodestone, a magnetic rock. The linga was forged from an iron, nickel, and bismuth alloy. Through precise alignment, these opposing magnetic fields created a balanced equilibrium, trapping the idol in suspended animation. Ancient texts offer a mythological parallel to this energy, describing the Shyamantak Mani, a legendary jewel supposedly placed inside the linga by Lord Krishna. According to the lore, this jewel possessed immense power and produced huge quantities of gold every single day, keeping the temple endlessly wealthy. Ghazni disrupted this magnetic equilibrium not through scientific deduction, but through brute force. He ordered his men to forcefully remove the lodestones from the dome. As the stones fell, the magnetic field collapsed, and the heavy idol crashed to the floor. Outside in the courtyard, the Baan Stambh holds a different kind of encoded data. Its ancient Sanskrit inscription translates to a very specific geographic claim. From this point, there is an unobstructed path stretching to the South Pole. Testing this claim on a 3D globe visualization, we draw a glowing line from the temple's exact location on the Gujarat coastline. Tracing it straight south across the Indian Ocean, it never intersects a single landmass, terminating exactly at the coordinates of the South Pole. The architects clearly understood the Earth's geography, and they may have left more evidence behind. Recent ground-penetrating radar scans conducted beneath the current temple have detected a 3-story underground complex, complete with hidden doorways and chambers. Long before satellites mapped our coastlines, the ancient builders of Somnath mapped the curvature of the oceans and identified the precise location of the southern pole. Mahmud of Ghazni's invasion in 1026 was only the first wave. Over the following centuries, the temple was looted and reduced to rubble 17 separate times by subsequent invaders, including commanders under Alauddin Khilji and the Mughal Emperor Aurangzeb. Yet for every stone that was shattered, a fierce human resistance emerged to defend the site. When an army approached in the late 13th century, a 16-year-old Rajput warrior named Hamirji Gohil stepped forward to meet them. Alongside a small band of local fighters, the young warrior held the line for 9 grueling days. Hamirji made the ultimate sacrifice, fighting to his very last breath to protect the sanctity of the temple grounds from total desecration. His bravery is woven into the daily life of Somnath today. Before the temple's flag is hoisted to the peak of the main spire, it is respectfully brought down to touch Hamirji's memorial stone. Invading armies proved they could break magnetic stones and topple pillars. What they consistently failed to destroy was the collective memory, the deep-rooted faith, and the enduring spirit of the civilization defending it. Even during the darkest periods, the legacy was kept alive. In the late 18th century, Queen Ahilya Bai Holkar constructed a new temple nearby, ensuring that the continuous thread of worship at Somnath was never broken. In 1947, as India transitioned to independence, the nation's first deputy prime minister and home minister, Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel, visited the ruins. Standing among the broken stones, he made a definitive pledge: the government would undertake the complete reconstruction of the historic temple. This massive institutional effort was spearheaded by K.M. Munshi, who chaired the advisory committee. Under his guidance, the structure was painstakingly rebuilt, honoring the grand ancient Chalukya architectural style of Gujarat's master masons. The ultimate moment of rebirth arrived on May 11, 1951. In a ceremony attended by scholars and citizens from across the country, India's first president, Dr. Rajendra Prasad, officially installed the new Jyotirlinga. Today, the magnificent, fully reconstructed Somnath Temple stands proudly against a Saurashtra shoreline, its spire reaching upward, just as it did a millennium ago. Somnath stands as a testament to a civilization that combined astonishing scientific foresight with a spirit so resilient that 17 destructions failed to keep it from the coastline.